nothing but nuggets. Yeah. See, I'm telling you, man, came from nothing to something. Now we giving you game, dropping nothing but nuggets.
This podcast is sponsored by the REI Lead Vault. The REI Lead Vault is a real-world polio workspace solution designed by real estate professionals for real estate professionals. Check it out at the reileadvault.com. This podcast is sponsored by Easy Skip Tracing. Go to www.easyskiptracing.com for some of the most quality data in the marketplace. In fact, Easy Skip Tracing believes in good quality data so much that they're willing to provide you the leads as long as you skip trace the list with the company. Listen, text 1K leads to 44222 and get 1,000 free leads as long as you purchase the skip tracing with Easy Skip.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Nothing But Nuggets podcast. Today we got a very special episode brought to you by the VA Mastery. It's the VA Mastery edition of the Nothing But Nugget podcast. I wanted to bring on a few of my clients that participated in the VA Mastery program to interview them, to get their feedback, and to see what exactly are they doing so that you guys can know what to do with VAs. And in fact, we can end the myth, do VAs really work? My company, V1 Training, specializes in hiring, recruiting, and training some of the top talent in the country. At first, when we first started this company, we struggled a bit, but we since came around to figure out the recipe. In the last 4 months, we've been able to produce a bunch of clients generating 5 figures or more utilizing our virtual assistants. So today I got my guy Todd and Steven on the show. Maybe I might invite a few other clients. In fact, if you're a VA Mastery client, you want to hop on the show, I'm going to drop the links in the comments to be able to get inside the show. So give me 1 second while I drop the link in the comments. So we're going to start off with Steve. Introduce yourself to everyone, Steve. Then we'll work our way to Todd. Let everybody know who you are, what you do, and how did you end up here on the show.
Well, I just started, so I haven't even gotten to VA yet. So I'm brand new.
Awesome.
I just interviewed my VA today. I actually have been talking with Todd for the last 2 weeks. I met him on your VA Mastery webinar a few weeks ago. So I connected with him from there. So I'm just starting. So I'm brand new. But awesome. I'm hoping it's going to be great.
It's definitely going to be great. And you can literally ask your questions here on the podcast, and we can talk to you in Pacific to see what you're currently doing. So that way, when you get your VA, we can really help put them into your processes.
Perfect.
So go ahead, Steve. Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Steve. I'm
Todd. Sorry about that.
Did I do it already?
What's happening, everybody?
Todd.
I'm Todd. I'm in Michigan, as you can see. I've been studying real estate for a few years before virtual assistance was even possible. Before there was public information that you could get from your house, that you actually had to go there. Now that it's virtual, we can hire people anywhere and do deals anywhere in the U.S. It's awesome. I heard Antoine's webinar. I don't remember which podcast he was on, somebody's, and he talked about your VAs sent out the contracts, got the deals signed up, and I'm not sure if they sold it as well and you just collected the check or not.
Yeah,
and that was amazing. That's what I wanted, more of a hands-off to where they could close deals while I was working on other deals or working on other stuff. So that's how I got interested in it.
So how long have you been a part of the VA Mastery? Like, when you signed up, Todd?
Was it May? End of April, maybe? not very long, couple months.
And is there any type of results you're seeing, or how's things going so far?
They've done pretty good. I build the list for her. She calls the list, and I passed it on to a joint venture partner in a city that's a few hours away from here, and we closed up 2 deals, made 10 grand.
Nice. So that's kind of interesting. Like, you're not actually taking the deal from start to finish, but you are the
No,
person that warm the people up and get good leads and pass them on to somebody on the ground to close them out.
right. I just searched for other wholesalers in that city and met a few guys. I joined up in the Facebook groups in those cities and started working with a guy, and now he's my partner in that city.
Man, that's awesome. And and to be honest with you, that's kind of interesting because that's a more of a scalable business model inside what I teach inside the VA
Right.
mastery.
I feel like if I had enough VAs, I could have a whole joint venture partner in almost any city,
Right.
or all of them. You know.
And so, what was the experience like? So Stephen can kind of have an insight with the onboarding. How did things go? Like, what from the start to the finish, the time you swipe your credit card all the way till you got to VA. What was that process like?
Um, got it. I think it was Janice I talked to, and Darlene. Um, Man, it seems like forever ago. It was only a couple months.
Right.
There's so much has happened since then with the virtual assistants. It was pretty simple. We matched me up with the VA. Short while later, wasn't too long. We went over a few things, and like with my business model, and I just talked. She's a cold caller. That's her a job. Acquisitions. There's one right there. Another one. Yeah, she cold calls everybody, gets the warm leads to me, and I'll follow up, or I'll just hand it off right away. And when I did it, he had a contract signed the next week, and then 2 weeks later, it sold. So he
Man,
has
that's
his
crazy.
own buyers. I have buyers too. We still split the deal 50-50, no matter whose buyer it is. Works out pretty good.
And that's crazy. And as far as like the content, was there anything that you learned inside of there that helped critique your business in ways that you wasn't already doing before being a part of VA Mastery?
Yeah, I was new to business. I mean, I had a handyman business, so I know a little bit of what to expect, but doing it all virtual is, I had some stuff to learn. We use call tools. There's a lot of training, as far as using the systems, and the VAs get training too. That was nice. It's not all on me. We work together.
Right, right. Yeah, and that's one thing about our company. For a while we were doing training, but we wasn't doing training in depth. And I think you
Right.
caught the good side of the company back in, I think, the end of March, April. That's when we really kicked into the training thing. And I went out and hired like 3 people specifically for training. And we integrated, and the beautiful thing was we integrated our VAs actually calling people live throughout their trainings. So each VA went through 1 week of nonstop call tools, calling my leads inside of my
Hmm.
actual wholesale business in order to really get them reps on the phone they need. So by the time we pass them off to you guys, they should be polished enough that you can take over and really bring them to the finish line with far as like coaching them
Right.
and
It was
giving them
it was
advice.
like her first week is when she had a good enough lead that I passed on that sold. There wasn't a lot of training that I had to do. It was like her first week. I don't know. It worked out great.
That's awesome. So Stephen, let me pick on you for a second. What
Sure.
made you sign up for the VA Mastery Program?
Um, I think what I realized was when I started, I actually been doing this for like a few months now, like trying to like get everything up and running. And what I realized is that the biggest hurdle for me was doing the cold calling at first. So
Right.
when I came across your YouTube videos and you were like, I tried cold calling and I hate it, I just don't. I was like, okay, this guy understands what I'm talking about. I don't mind talking to people once I know that they're interested, but getting a whole lot of hangups, that was gonna stop me. And I was like, I don't want to get around all the obstacles that I think are going to stop me and get to the point where I can get it done. And I knew if I had somebody to screen the calls and then hand them off to me, and I know somebody's interested, that's a different kind of conversation.
Exactly.
So I was thinking, it's like, okay, let me try this out and see, because I think the way you presented it made it sound like a sensible approach to doing this. Because I think when I'm listening to other people, there's certain things that get lost in the process when they're explaining that how do you get started with wholesaling right away. It's like when you go and try to do it, like you have all these gaps in what they've told you that you can't do it because something is missing and something important that's missing. With yours, if the person is trained how to do it, that's actually a big part. That gets you over the first hurdle. Me talking to somebody, I can go on YouTube and listen to Sean Terry, you or a host of other people about how do you deal with objections, how do you close the deal, how do you box the seller. I can get that. That makes sense because by then I know that they're somewhat motivated. I don't want to deal with the non-motivated people. I'm just being honest. I think that would have stopped me, and I was like, I can't at this point. With COVID, it changed my whole philosophy. I can't be relying on a 9-to-5 job. I gotta get my own. So in order to start,
why we created the VA Mastery program. Let me tell you, Stephen, why the VA Mastery program is even in existence. 1 year ago, around this time, there was no product like this on the market, and it still isn't any product on the market when it comes to education and a system to integrate VAs to the point that the owners is trained to a certain degree, and then the VAs are trained to a certain degree. So we pride ourselves in leading the way with that. And what happened was I went on the Steve Train show, and I was just kicking the talk with Steve Train. That show to this day got 40,000 views, right? Well over 40,000 views. And to come to find out, most of everybody who had VAs had bad experience with VAs because no one understood that you had to manage yourself properly in order to manage these remote employees, right? So we got together around this time last year. We put together a course. We thought we were just going to give it out to maybe 5-10 of our close friends, and that was going to be the end of that, and I can go live my life. I never in my life would have thought that 300 clients later, purchasing VA Mastery, that we created such a superb product. In fact, that we're actually working on VA Mastery Reloaded, and the only way to get access to that is to go through the entire VA Mastery, take the class, get the certification, get your VA, get onboarded, and get the extra training you need to get to the next level. Then you'll be rewarded that new proprietary information that I've been working so hard on for the last 3 months to put together. So what are some things that you hope to accomplish, Stephen, with the whole VA Mastery system? I know you said you want to get out to a 9-to-5. Is there some things in particular that you want to do with your VAs that you might not never thought it was possible since having VA Mastery? Because I must admit, in VA Mastery, that VAs do a whole lot of things. As long as they can use a working computer and telephone, we can pretty much create a position for them.
Well, let me start by saying my strategy is slightly different from Todd's. Todd does more of the cold calling as his primary lead generation tool. My strategy is to actually do SMS, at least for the cell phone numbers, as my primary strategy for lead generation, and then call the landlines if that's what I have. If I only have landlines for certain numbers. So the main thing I want to work on now is setting up systems, because from what everybody seems to be saying, it's all about knowing your KPIs. And in order to know your KPIs, you have to have the system.
I'm on here doing the interview, boy.
Wait, is somebody on?
Sorry about that. That's the one that's.
So in order to know your KPIs, you need to have systems set up, and that's I'm already in conversation with Janice about how do I go about, because I'm kind of new to this. I understand the concept. It's just about implementing and getting the systems actually in place. So I know once they're in place and call to information is being sent to them, and my VA is inputting the stuff that needs to be inputted to get to have the KPIs pop out, I'll be able to look and say, okay, if we made this many calls today and this many SMS texts today, we got this many potential leads, we call these back to follow up, we got this many appointments, and then we got this many contracts from those appointments. Then you could say, okay, that's what I did with that number of initial lists, my initial number of lists, then I could just double that and do double. But until I know my KPIs, I can't do that. So setting up my systems and getting my KPIs, that's my number one priority right now.
Right. And we help you with that. We show you that. We have proprietary KPI trackers. We have certain numbers that the VAs must report to you, so you can kind of like predict how you want to scale your business out. Let me add this guy George in. Let me see who is this. What's up, George? How you doing, brother? What brings you to the show? Are you a VA Mastery client?
He's
Unmute
muted.
yourself, brother. Unmute yourself. All right.
Still muted. There he is.
Unmute yourself, brother. Yeah. Come on with it. You a VA Mastery client, brother?
Yeah, I am.
How long you been a part of the Master? I remember your face. I think you was on the call last week.
Yep. I think 3 months.
And how's everything working out for you, brother?
It's doing good. Yeah, it's good. Really, I tell so many people about I promote the program so much, man. I'm starting to need an affiliate check, man.
Hey, we just launched the affiliate program this week. I forgot the text code. Oh, V1 partner. Text V1 partner to 44222.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah,
I
text
got my
V1
code.
partner to 44222. We're offering affiliates. We give you a 15% referral fee for every person you get signed up for the product. I don't know how much that is, but 929, 15%. I think that's around like one something. So
yeah, I said I'm in a little group, another little group, and I be telling people about my VA and then how many leads she get and how good she is, and they just be, bro. I tell 2 people a day, bro,
I appreciate
about
the
the VA
support.
Mastery.
So how was
I know I
everything
tell
from
them
start
6
to
today.
finish? How was everything from start to finish when you first signed up for VA Mastery? What's your experience? Let everybody know how what was your experience with the program. You might gotta put your
I
phone
can't.
on do not
I
disturb.
can't hear you.
Hold on, give me 1 second. You gotta put your
Is
phone
that
on.
my mic?
Yeah, you probably gotta put your phone on do not disturb. Somebody probably called you and mess your stuff up. Add yourself, remove yourself, and add yourself back onto the show, and we'll continue to ask you questions. So, Todd, what are some things you're planning on doing in the future with your new virtual operation? What is there an expansion plan, or you are comfortable where you at with the whole VA thing?
I'm trying to follow your footsteps and have them closing deals while I'm working on something else.
Man, that's awesome. You ever thought about putting your VAs through our acquisition program? We got a couple of VAs in there now, and they question it.
Oh yeah, but very interesting.
It's a few VAs. I think. Don't quote me on one VA locked up a deal out Cali is worth 6 figures. So
nice. That's
yeah.
what I'm looking for.
We don't like to talk about it till we actually close it. Get a check.
Right.
In real estate, man, you think you got some money lined up. Next thing you know, it falls out.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm looking to have them sending out contracts. I'd have to approve it before they sent it, but to have everything ready to send to the sellers with DocuSign or HelloSign, have them get the contract signed and call the buyers list, see if they're ready.
Yeah. So right now we just hired a new disposition VA, and she's in the process of selling 6 deals we currently have in escrow. So shout out to my VA, Jennifer. I took her in not knowing anything. She had some experience about acquisitions, but it wasn't to the magnitude to do what we got to do in our operation.
Right.
And she's on average locking up between 1 to 3 deals a week. And she's been on the team for about 4 months. She went about 3 months for just training, and then month 4 I let her loose. It's like literally like when it comes to acquisitions, when it comes to VAs, we train them for 3 months, we pay them, we take good care of them, and then we treat them like a little bird. We just throw them out the nest, and by the time they hit the ground, they don't have to fly.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. I have 2 right now that I got from you. I'd like to have a few more, and get them all in the list. The office manager all the way down to acquisitions and dispositions.
Hey man, it's possible. Right now, I'm currently working with. I had to check with Janice because I just given my main VAs, the ones that's managers, authority and power to hire
Right.
without my permission.
Oh.
So one morning I woke up and there's people in the group chat. Hey, boss, how you doing? I'm like, who are you? Then, oh yeah, okay, yeah, you had okay, cool. How you doing? So it's
Right.
a blessing to have a team that can literally carry out your vision and your dreams, even
Right.
while you're not working. I remember I went to Ocean City about 2 weeks ago, and literally my team was putting in that work from the V1 training company all the way to our wholesaling company. Things were still going on, and that's because we created leaders. We molded some of these VAs to be leaders, so when we bring
Right.
on the new people, they can help carry them and give them that individualized attention that they
Right.
need to get to the next level.
That's what I did with your first VA. I made sure she could handle having a VA underneath of her, so she was ready. I gave her a raise, and so she's the leader now. She onboards everybody else after they're onboarded through you. She onboards them for Tab Realty.
Right. Right. So that's awesome, man, that you have that vision. Like
Right.
some clients, like here's 3 types of clients who sign up for VA Master. One client who just don't know what they sign up for, they just need to just pay for something in order to feel like they're doing real estate. Right? Then we take them our wings and we still help them, you know what I mean? Then there's another client who knows everything, but they just want to learn just a little more information. And then there's another client who has no intention of getting a VA. They just had some extra money to spend. So them
Right.
our type of clients, and we work with everybody. You know, we work with, like I said, hundreds of people so far, and we see people from all sorts of walks of lives, and we help.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it comes back down to everybody wanting to change their life and get away from whatever's holding them back, and being able to do it in a way where they don't have to do everything themselves. And that's what
Right.
our system works really well with, helping people automate as quickly as possible without having to make the mistakes I made for a year straight until we develop something like this.
Right. Yeah,
Let me
I'd
see.
like to have them handle this part of the business, and I can work on something else. Whether getting
Right.
commercial properties, getting some apartment buildings, working on my own rentals. I get busy guy.
Awesome. So what's your current market? What market are you in?
I live in northern Michigan, but we don't do deals here. My city is 2 miles wide. It's so small,
Wow.
Yeah, but there's a lake here, and it's nice. But I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Oakland County, Michigan, Metro Detroit.
Nice. That's where Floyd Mayweather from, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
someone in the comments asked, when do you decide to hire a VA? What made you, like, when was the tipping point to say, hey, I need a VA?
I'd like to do everything myself, but I just had so much to do every single aspect of it. Then I heard your podcast, where whoever's podcast you're on, I can't remember. Might have been Wholesaling Inc. or something. But I don't know if you're on there or if that was Steve's you were
I
on. I'm
never
not
did
sure.
I did about 10 podcasts so far. It's never been hosting Inc.
Oh yeah,
It,
Steve Trang maybe.
yeah,
But
probably Steve Train, real disruptive.
yeah. When I heard your VAs close deals without you, I was in.
Right.
And that was 2 years ago. Like that was like 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So Steve, what made you decide that, hey, I need a VA? Like, even though you haven't got onboarded yet, what made you decide that you need a VA?
Because I knew I needed someone to cold call.
Yeah, cold calling is a pain in the butt, man. Like, and I'd be the first to tell you, like, cold calling will always be a $4 hour job. Stop trying to make it seem so glorified. Remember, it's the reason why they call it cold calling. You're calling cold prospects. You get what I'm saying? You're calling cold prospects. So at the end of the day, your number one job is to be talking to motivated sellers and have a chance to close people who's interested in selling their property. Not people cussing you out and calling you all types of SOBs and things of that sort. You know what I mean?
Right.
That can wear you out mentally. To be, mental abuse is the worst type of abuse. Like, and not to say the VAs deserve it either, but they've been grown for this. They've been doing this all their life. You know what I mean?
We
They've
get
been,
text
most of
like
our VAs
that.
worked in the BPO 10, 15 years where they dealing with, telephone type of people. Hey, what's up, Trevor? How you doing, brother?
Is he there?
I just seen them.
So I'm definitely interested. Like as soon as I get my first deal, I'm interested in doing the acquisition training as well. I want to put my.
We do the acquisition training every 6 weeks. So I don't know what 6 divided by 52, but it's probably about eight times a year. So we're gonna be doing the acquisition every 6 weeks.
I sent my VA through that.
Who's I'm blind. I can't see it.
That was George.
What's up, George? Turn the screen around, buddy. You look sideways.
How the hell do, man? I got this iPad today, bro. I don't even.
Oh, good. He's out again. There he is.
Yeah, I don't know how to reposition the camera.
Yeah, but it's all good. Tell everybody your experience.
There you go.
People off the show because there's a few other people want to get on the show before we end.
My experience is I harder whenever I say I messed up because I didn't fill out my information, so it took me a minute. But when I did get on board, she pretty much was fast as heck. Like she was fast, and she was already on board with the tools that I was using. We got leads the first day or two.
That's awesome, brother.
I think I got a contract signed maybe the first week. Deal fell through, but I got a contract that first week.
That's
and I get maybe 1 to 2 leads a day, maybe more, to the point where I'm about to have to get a new VA and put that acquisitions training that you put her in last month. Was it last month?
Yeah. You know you can she can keep going back through it as many times as she wants.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna send her through it again whenever you do it.
Yeah, we're supposed to be starting the first week in July.
Oh.
So yeah, I need to go ahead and sign up for that, huh?
Yeah. Just tell her come on through. Reach out. You got Darlene number, bro. So just text Darlene and she'll put it back on the list to be in the class.
And she's a big help. She's a big help. Like
who Darlene?
Yeah.
Let me tell you the background about Darlene. Darlene started with me as a VA, like a VA that had no experience. I took a chance with her and said, "Listen, I see something in you that I'm going to work with you." And she's been with me almost 2 years now. And literally, she started as a VA. Now she runs my entire sales division. She has 3 people work up under her. They answer to her, and she does an amazing job with helping me scale my business. And I really appreciate her. And if you're listening, Darlene, thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping bring my dreams come true. And thank you for helping the countless hundreds of clients, even the clients who talk to you on the phone for 2 hours at a time and they spend no money. Thank you for still dealing with them. Thank you for taking people by the hand and showing them what we can do as a company to help them. I really appreciate you, Darlene.
Yeah, if you didn't it was crazy because I was wondering why I was getting this VIP treatment. Like, why the hell she's answering the phone? Like, she be on it. She'll call me right then and there. Well, I didn't need her as much now because I'm used to the processes and stuff, but she was treating me like VIP. I'm like, damn, man, what did I pay for? She was on it. And then you told me you get treated like family whenever you get the VA Mastery.
Man, let me tell you something, brother. Once you sign up for VA Mastery, you literally family to us. You know what I mean? Like anybody that's a part of VA Mastery, you can reach out to us. We'll help you. We'll work with you. We'll do things outside of what you pay for just because we believe in customer service.
Yeah. And I took one of your incentives, one of your long-term incentives. I heard you say. You said I think you said you wanted to buy your VA's houses.
Oh yeah. So I'm one of my goals is to help get my VA's houses. One of my VA about to buy her a house. The acquisition person about to get a house. Darlene about to get her a brand new car. So
my VA got a bonus.
Yeah, so literally, man, we trying to help out people because we don't want. And my philosophy is, I want my people to stay with me for the long run. I tell VAs in interviews, listen, if you're looking for another job or you work with multiple people, you might as well just leave the stage because this is a long-term opportunity. And if you ain't with it, if you ain't trying to ride me through the good and the bad, you might as well just go ahead and roll out.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I want to do. Like, I want being a part of my business. I want to impact lives too. I think that's pretty dope, though. Really.
Yeah. Trevor, what's up, brother? How you doing? Talk to me.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I was sending a message to you guys because I'm like, my audio is so choppy right now because I'm in the middle of the country with my family. It's doing really good, dude. I just got my biggest wholesale deal to date because of your VA. It was crazy. Second day of her being hired, cold called, absentee on her list from PropStream, and then went under contract on the deal. And that next day, I sold the deal to a bigger wholesaler outfit here in St. Louis for $20,000 over what I had it for, plus some change and my closing costs paid for. And yeah, I'm just trying to grow a little bit more, get more VAs.
Yeah.
We got you, brother. Like I said, we're literally fine-tuning our recruitment process and our training. We're going to be like, we started outsourcing university. We're going to be the #1 training place when it comes to remote talent. That's one of my goals. So thank you guys for believing in me. I appreciate everybody. It was somebody, hey, the White, if you're listening, I think you're watching on YouTube, click the link, the StreamYard link, and it will bring you on the show. Come on the show, brother. The White is a truck driver. He hired us to get him some VAs to save time because he was on the road 3-4 days out the week driving long distance trucking. So like I said, our program was designed for the person who made a high W-2 income, but they still want to implement real estate. You know what I mean? That was one of the main reasons why we did it. And we work with a lot of people. We got clients in Saudi Arabia. We got clients in Canada. Hey, if anybody listening from Canada, you want to learn virtual wholesaling, reach out to me directly. I'm thinking about doing an exclusive event, an international event for anybody around the country, the world, who wants to learn how to virtually wholesale in the United States. I want to show you how to get your LLC set up. I'm going to show you how to get the bank account set up. I'm going to show you how to deal with the title companies, what to say and what not to say. I'm going to show you how to do all this with utilizing virtual assistants, no matter where you at in the world. Any questions you guys got for me while you got me on the show, particular to VA Mastery, or any feedback, any things that we could work on that you would like to see for the VA Mastery Reloaded?
I got one. I know it's a numbers game, so being that I'm just getting my VA starting on Monday, how many leads should I have for her for the next 30 days to make sure that I'm giving her enough work so that she can get through and give me leads and I can get a contract?
Honestly, 10,000 leads. We like to shoot for 500 a day.
Okay.
That comes out to be 2,500 a week. Most times it's 4 weeks in a month. So about 10,000 leads starting out.
Okay.
And then you can just rotate that. You don't have to continue to pull 10,000 leads every month, but you can rotate that as you see fit. You know what I mean?
Okay. And do you run them twice a month, or do you pass them over twice a month, or do you more than that?
We do multiple forms of marketing. So we're touching cold call, then we're touching SMS. We're doing a shit ton of SMS now. I got 3 SMS managers now. I'm thinking about scaling out to 5.
Yeah.
Good, train one for me.
We're doing a specialized SMS training, guys. Sign up for it. It's free. For all my
Do we have a link to that? Where do we go for that?
We had a link. Every time we drop these classes, they sell out in seconds. So by the time I even see the email, Darlene already taking balls, we fill that class up. So we like to keep it intimate with less than 5 people. We like to do a class every week so people can get their hands on education. Hey, Dwight, you working in the truck, brother? What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
I see my brother right there. What's up with it?
Nothing much, man. We going down the highway.
Were you on your way to Houston?
Well, no, I am in North Carolina right now. I'm headed back up our way. I got to delivering tissue paper to Costco in Beltsville. In Wheaton, and then in Frederick. I deliver it tomorrow morning.
Nice. Were you on 80? Were you on 85 or you on 95?
85.
I know 85, 85, baby. I be driving like a bet out of here.
Let's talk. Let's talk about the VAs. First of all, I was a skeptic.
Right.
I did not believe that anybody was going to work for $4 an hour. At least not to the level that I wanted them to work. My VA has exceeded. She's made my logo. She's making my
Wow.
We're going through my formats. All we're trying to get our data. Well, first of all, I was doing direct mail, like I got maybe 5-6 calls. Right, the first week I've talked to 8 people. I haven't locked anything up, but the response is just totally different. Totally
Right.
different. And we gotta I believe we're about ready to lock one up in DC. I'm
Man,
about
you
ready
get
to
something
holler
to
at you.
DC, man. We're going to root Chris.
And
You get something to DC, we're going to root Chris. After this virus shit over with, I want to do a 2-day mastermind for VA mastery clients. It's free. It's all on me. And I just want everybody to, if you can fly into the DC area, just come on in, man, and we'll talk about some high level stuff that I'm not even putting out there to nobody.
I'm
But
ready.
When is this?
I don't know yet.
but
They're starting to open up the state of Maryland now. So, a lot of stuff starting to open up. Thank God I've been monitoring the COVID. We dropped down to less than 300 cases a day. So I'm projecting around September-ish, October when I make the announcement.
Okay, cool.
All right.
It's probably going to be ahead of time so people can pay for flights.
but the thing is that the person that got me convinced on the VA was your wife. She was the one who convinced LaShawn.
Yeah.
She was the one who convinced me to get the VA.
That's amazing, man. LaShawn, she's amazing. And what's crazy, she don't even be advertising our products like that. I'm like, man, you better go ahead and promote our stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dwight, how long have you had your VA? Did he hear me?
They can hear you, probably a little lag.
So me?
Dwight.
Dwight, can you hear us? It froze up, it looked like.
Probably. Yeah, he's frozen.
So do you do your SMS? So you got 2 different people doing SMS and cold calling?
Yeah. So it sounds a little funny, but I figured out a way to do the cold calling without it costing a lot of money. I got rid of all my cold callers. And now, so all of y'all VAs who actually get coach training, yeah, you back. All of y'all VAs who actually go through training, they call my leads for a week straight. So now I'm saving money on my cold calling. You get what I'm saying? And then I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by giving them the real life training that they need in order to be effective. When we switch that model over, because listen, it's 13 of us that work for this VA company, right? And it wouldn't. I can't be a 1-man show. I can't sit there and train your VAs all day and be friends with them and play games. Like, that's not me. You know, I'm the type of guy, I create systems and processes, and I have my input and I help. But I could not do this entire operation by myself. So literally, we have 3 call monitors. The VAs must score 90% on their test in order to get their certificate and get moved on to the onboard. If they don't get a 90%, then they got to continue to go back through cold calling for another week. The beautiful thing about the cold calling, since I budgeted to keep the retention of the VAs from quitting on us, we pay them for their cold calling. So they actually get their salary. I pay them directly. They're part of my payroll for that week. Janice take care of it for me. I just send her the money. And ever since we switched over to that, life's been great.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just integrated text. I just integrated text messages in my. I just started a text message campaign maybe a week ago. And first day, I think first or second day, I locked up a deal.
How many texts was that?
What was that?
How many did you send?
You don't need to send much.
Yeah, text messaging. It's something about the text messaging, guys, man. Like, we send about 3,000 text messages a day, and literally we get a shit ton of leads. And it's not because we just texting. Our VAs are good at texting. They're good at communicating. In fact, we're working on
using them.
Smarter Contact.
Yeah, currently we're using the Smarter Contact. But our VAs are good, but I'm going to be doing a training that I'm going to be teaching and developing myself. It's called American culture, right? I want them to learn American culture, and then I want them to teach them things about sarcasm. Just before you log in,
Rapport.
check the weather for the current area that you text in. You get what I'm saying? Go to Google and type in news in whatever area you're going, so you can be updated with things. Maybe it was a shooting or robbery, so you can build that rapport with some of these sellers. So VA Mastery Recharge is going to have a lot of crazy stuff that most people are not even doing, that we're going to be introducing, that we've been doing for the past year to the marketplace.
That most definitely helps build like rapport on the phone, just randomly. Them being able to relate most definitely is.
Did y'all get y'all brownies? We sent some brownies to a bunch of clients. Did y'all get them?
Yeah, I got them. I was wondering if there was any THC in them, but
nah, we can't do that, man. We trying to get me indicted.
Well, this is Michigan. It's legal here.
It's legal there, okay.
Yeah.
But it ain't legal on the federal level, so you should
right.
in the mail. The
That's
USPS is owned by the federal government, so they gonna get you that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask, would you recommend using a VA if you're just starting out? What y'all think about that?
Yep. As soon as possible.
I agree.
Definitely.
And here's why. I tell people, if you're using VAs for cold calling, budget that as part of your outbound marketing. It's marketing. So that's what you come into the VA Mastery for, so we can hold your hand to show you how to manage them, to teach you how to be a leader, to show you how to deal with employees. You get what I'm saying? If you never
grow together,
capacity, yeah, you can grow together. And I'm telling you, we'll hold your hand the whole step of the way.
Or just think about it this way: a cold call for a week is $100. How much mail can you send out for $100? I guarantee you, the cold call is going to cost more than you can afford to send out in mail in a week. It just makes more sense. It just makes more sense. And then forget about text messaging. That's even more crazy. Like they could do 1,000 a day or more. It just makes much more sense.
Yeah, Michael Washington said, I went through your VA Mastery and got a good VA that helped me tremendously. Good looking out. I appreciate you, Michael, for supporting the movement. Like I said, VA Mastery became a household name now. People, hey man, the VA Mastery. I'm flattered about how many people we helped so far. And it was crazy. We wasn't even keeping count on success stories. We wasn't keeping count on money made or any of that. So recently we started keeping tabs on things, and like so far, like this month, I think people closed over 150,000 in wholesale transactions because of VA Mastery. And they out their mouth. None of this. I didn't. Then I did this show. I said this morning I woke up, I'm gonna do my Nothing But Nuggets show, and today I'm gonna bring on some of my guests. And none of this was staged or planned. Everybody hopping on this in the spirit of the moment. I just wanted to show people how real this is, and that it really can help impact your life if you take the leap forward. It's less than $1,000, guys. What you think about the pricing of the course? Tell me your opinion and what you think about how we price the course. Is it something favorable with how much we charge for the value?
It's favorable. It's most definitely like I spend it. As a matter of fact, I got a question. My little mentorship I'm in, they were asking, and I didn't know the right answer, but so I know with the VA Mastery we get 2, and if we wanted to hire another one, what is the process?
Okay, so let me explain that to you guys, because everybody asked me this question. So the way we get paid is we charge an upfront fee, and that fee is for training, recruitment, and keep our operation going. So you will have to pay a fee of $4.99 per 2 VAs. So if you want to say, well, you already got your 2 VAs from the VA Mastery, and you want to get another one, you pay the $4.99, and that's up to 2 VAs. You don't have to get both up front. You can defer the second one for up to 6 months. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I deferred my second one, and I'm thinking about hiring one on soon. Whenever
I've got 2 right now. Yeah, I got. They're both texting and calling all day. They both send me leads. I created a group in Messenger for us to talk, and they both send me deals all their whole shift in that group, and they update the CRM and stuff. But
man, if I show y'all my Facebook Messenger when it comes to leads,
yeah,
Ooh, bananas.
Yeah, I
Man,
got
I need to get my CRM system together. I remember you said that you had a CRM. I
These,
haven't
yeah, I
used my
got my own.
CRM.
These leads right here. I don't know if y'all can see all this
yeah,
leads. You get
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it's
That's
crazy.
what's up.
But yeah, I got my own CRM system. It's called the REI Levo. It's a customized Podio system. It comes with everything from start to finish. We're going to be fixing it up some more, but it's perfect. Like a lot of our VA master clients, we offer that to them exclusively. We just started to market it to the marketplace. If you're interested in it, go to reilevo.com. We'll hook you up. In fact, Darlene probably be the person that will get you signed up because she's in charge of sales.
Yeah, I pretty much. I'm probably gonna be closing a little more deals than I started out with because I have added creative financing to my tool belt. So I'm going back and hitting all
Yeah.
those dead
Yeah,
leads,
that
Oh
stuff
yeah.
is powerful. What market you in again, bro?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh yeah. I remember now. Yeah, that you about to burn them up.
Yeah. So I learned about the creative, so I had to hit all the old leads that wanted top dollar even more.
Right.
So I got, man, all them leads can be overwhelming when there's just two of you.
Right. I got a lot of leads of burnt out landlords. They're ready to get on with it. They don't mind holding the note. I don't think for these houses, and
Oh,
Hey,
you
that's what
better
I'm
get
going to
on
work
in
that.
the
on.
next 6 months, about November, man, you're gonna get so many leads you ain't gonna know what to do with it. Burnt out landlord.
Todd,
Yeah.
you better get on that.
There's a lot right
Self
now. Yeah.
finance.
Yeah.
Justin
Especially.
said, "I need a VA now." Well,
Yeah.
if you need a VA now, text get a VA today to 44222, and Darlene will give
Yep.
you a
Now's
quote.
the time.
Isn't
Now is the
isn't it
time.
a sale today? I mean, isn't it a sale till like Sunday? How was
We
that
we we,
last
we
week?
ran the promo for Father's Day. That's over with. But if you reach out to us, we'll honor that promo. That's 20% off. So that's $743. We run these promos periodically. We never try to mess with the integrity of our pricing, guys. And if you're out there on the internet, a bunch of people bootleg the VA Mastery, please don't buy this shit because the videos are okay, but the value of the VA Mastery is the back end stuff, working with
Right.
us, getting our scripts and stuff, dealing with my team.
They
You know what
did
I'm saying?
what?
Getting an on call. Somebody bootleg my shit, man.
How do
I
they
got
Just showing the
bootleg VA
video, but
Mastery?
man. I got 3 sites took it down so far, and every time I get 3 taken out, like 5 more pop up. So now I figured out when we drop the VA Mastery, we load it. We're not just putting it up for sale. You got to go through the first VA Mastery. We verify that you
That makes
legit,
sense.
then we give you the
right.
course.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking to hire 2 more VAs here shortly. I
Damn.
need some for dispositions if I got 2 for acquisitions.
Shit, man, come on through. We'll take care of you, brother.
Anton,
Yeah.
don't you have a dispositions training coming up, or you're working on it, or something?
Yeah, we have a dispositions training. I'm actually putting my current new dispositions manager training, so I'm just take that new training and use it. So dispositions is the life and the blood of your business because if you can't sell your deals, then you can't generate revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And most people
Like
think,
mine are
hey,
with
I got my deal signed, I got my deal on contract. Let's go on Facebook and parade, and then they can't sell it. So
Exactly.
right.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
What before we wrap it up, any advice that you'll give somebody new starting out when it comes to hiring a VA?
do it. If you hate cold calling, don't think about it. If you got the money, do it as fast as possible. It's the fastest way to get a deal. That's what I feel like deciphers a lot of people. Like, how do I get my first deal? Blah, blah, blah. Get your dollar because that basically triples like you
Triple
bound
line
to get a
dialer.
deal way faster than somebody who's manually dialing.
Right.
Right.
So
I tell people out the gate. I remember we had one client who got mad at us and hey, this is going on with my VA. And we asked him 2 questions. Are you tracking your VA with hub staff and what dialer you using? Come to find out they was manually dialing and there was no hub staff. I'm like, well that's your problem. Follow what we teach you and I guarantee you it works.
manually dialing.
Man, I wouldn't manually dial if you paid me. In fact, even our VA company, our V1 company, we about to actually start cold calling, leads that we get, because now we get so many leads that people want to VA a day. It's hard to manually dial. So we literally about to use call tools to start cold calling everybody who filled out a VA request form, because it's too many leads.
Right.
Yeah, man. That's like I said. I advise you to get a VA if you don't lock up a deal for. You just look at it as marketing. That's it. Don't look at it as how much it may cost, because it is a part of your business.
Right.
And that's what it costs. If it costs you $950, I think that's what it rounds out to be. The
Yeah.
Yeah.
VA one.
What's 10,000 divided by 5, or 10,000 divided by 500? That was my 200% that I made by hiring one. As I closed those 2 deals, I just did 2 JV deals, $5,000 each.
That's their salary for the year.
20 times the cost.
You do one $10,000 deal, one full time VA, part time VA, I think, was it full time? No, one part
5,000.
time VA, $5,800 a year, right? That's 5 hours a day. You close a $10,000 deal, that part time VA salary paid for, and all the software for the year is paid for, and anything after $10,000 you can write off in the sunset. That's how I tell people.
Yeah.
Someone said, Antoine, thank you for the brownies. My VA is hungry. Red-nosed pit bull on the phone.
All
Listen,
right, Ashley.
baby, we only have shots and pit bulls, man. At first, I ain't gonna lie, we had some questionable people at first, but now since we got a dedicated recruitment manager, our recruitment is insane. Even the people they giving me, like, we got straight A+ players that work for me directly, and I'm so grateful, because I can wake up 10 o'clock every day late, and the operation already took in place. Things going, leads coming in. They don't need me, and that's what I wanted. Who in the world want to work a business where they're a slave to their business? That's what the whole VA Master is invented. That you can get back to freedom. You can spend time with your children. You can spend time with your family. You can fucking go ride a bike. You can go golfing. Whatever you decide to do, your business still will operate. And that's
That's
the
what
whole
I've been
point.
doing this summer too.
What you been
Spending
doing for the summer, Todd?
spending time with my daughter. She's 6 years old. We're like half a mile from the lake. We take our dog for a walk down to the lake. She plays at the park, and I got people calling for me. When the sun's out. That was
That's
the
a
whole
beautiful
point.
thing. Even now, like the last 3 weekends, I've been taking weekends off. And
Yeah.
before then, man, before I really implemented my business that it runs itself, I worked like a dog. I thought that, the more you work, the successful you are. And to be honest with you, and this is my opinion, the less I started working the last 3 months, the bigger my business became.
Yeah, you gotta take some time off sometimes.
Yep.
To burn myself out. I work on it every day, but I gotta limit myself.
Michael
And
Washington said, listen to your VAs and their capabilities. They can probably teach you some shit. Let me
yeah,
tell you something. My VAs, most of my VAs that work for me, they have college degrees. They're very smart people. They've ran offices for a living. They decided that, hey, I want to work at home now. I can make even more working from home. And you get all the benefits of them skills. You got to take your VAs and not only use them for cold callers, figure out what else they're good at, and let them do that in your business. And I guarantee you, things will get a whole lot better.
right. The one asked if she could do some skip tracing for me.
Oh yeah, they good at skip tracing.
Yeah.
Manually skip tracing. We had a VA used to work for us. She used to manually skip trace, but then when we started easy skip, we just stopped pushing most of our leads over there to skip
All
trace.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Look like you working from your." Robin Moore said, "Todd look like he's working from his RV Pound Gold."
This RV's right in my driveway.
Oh, nice.
The family's inside, and I'm working on the roof of this RV, and that's where I'm at. I'm in my RV.
I didn't even recognize there was an RV.
Yeah.
It's most definitely some life changing stuff, man.
Yeah.
And so, Steven, Monday, here's some tips I want to give you.
All right, I'm writing down. Hold on for a
Over
second.
the weekend, I want you to write out everything you want your company to be within the next 2 years, and then every process that you need to have, such as what's the way you want them to answer your phones. Oh, how is your dispositions? What type of script are they going to be using? You get what I'm saying? How do you want them to report the leads to you? What open ways of communication do you want them to give to you? And here's another thing. There should be multiple communication layers Right now we in what we call typhoon season. So most people don't know this, but I've been through this for 2 years, so I have experience to know that during typhoon season, your VA is more likely to call out. Monitor the weather. Go to the Philippines weather. Monitor the weather and base your schedule based on the weather. If there's a lot of severe weather, you might have to accommodate the VA to get an early shift or a late shift in order to dodge these scheduled power outages that they have over there.
I had one yesterday.
Yeah. I don't even get mad anymore. I said, your phone working? All right, go to fucking Cardone on you and listen to Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
So I don't get mad anymore.
I let them make I let it make up on the back.
Yeah, I let them make them up. I let them work extra overtime. Some of my VAs, they work Saturdays. But most of the time, everybody got VAs off. But some of them, they work Saturdays for follow-up calls. You'd be surprised what kind of good leads you get on the follow-up calls on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, I let her call any Saturday she wants.
Yeah. So I ain't going to hold you, man. I appreciate you guys. If there's anything that I can do for you, remember, y'all like family to me. Never hesitate to reach out. Communication is the key to success. If you're going, anybody out here listening, this is for anybody that's in the VA mastery world. If you're going through some issues with your VA, call us first. If you're planning to let your VAs go, call us first. If you're going through a financial pitfall, call us first. You get what I'm saying? We'll work with you. We'll figure things out. Don't be embarrassed to tell us your problems. If you're having issues and anything about the program, whether you was dissatisfied with the content, whether you're dissatisfied with my customer service, reach out to us. We love feedback. Feedback is the only way we get to the next level. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to be reaching out to you guys to do something, a live mastermind, all on me. You just got to find a way to get yourself to the DC area, and it's going to be for 2 days.
That works for me.
No problem.
Let me know.
Sounds like a good trip.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome trip. We're going to have a good time, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed by coming out to DC. I'm going to show you a good time in DC.
Yeah.
Let me know the date. I'll be there.
I appreciate you guys. Stick around, guys. I got a few little commercials to play. And catch you later. Got to pay the bills.
This podcast is sponsored by Easy Skip Tracing. Go to www.easyskiptracing.com for some of the most quality data in the marketplace. In fact, Easy Skip Tracing believes in good quality data so much that they're willing to provide you the leads as long as you skip trace the list with the company. Listen, text 1K leads to 44222 and get 1,000 free leads as long as you purchase the skip tracer with Easy Skip. This podcast is sponsored by the REI Lead Vault. The REI Lead Vault is a real-world Podio workspace solution designed by real estate professionals for real estate professionals. Check it out at the reileadvault.com.
Nothing but nuggets. Yeah. See, I'm telling you, man. Came from nothing to something. Now we